Next question 31. So it is talking about system of air quality and weather forecasting and research. SAFAR, system of air quality and weather forecasting. So air quality and weather forecasting as well as research. So the SAFAR, based on the information about SAFAR, three statements were given. We'll see that. Actually, what is this SAFAR? So Ministry of Earth Sciences introduced a major national initiative known as SAFAR for greater metropolitan cities of India to provide location-specific information on air quality in near real time, and its forecast 1 to 3 days in advance for the first time in India. So it will forecast information in advance, first thing. Another thing is it is location specific information it will give. Okay, location specific information. Next is it engineers awareness drive by educating public, promoting self mitigation, and also help develop mitigation strategies for policy makers. Okay, so it is like an awareness program, educating program, okay, and also promoting self mitigation and all those things. So if you go back to the question, it aimed at providing location specific information on air quality in real time. That is true. Okay, it is an initiative of Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. No, it is like Ministry of Earth Sciences. Next is it creates awareness by educating public and promoting self mitigation. This is true. Okay, so this Indian Meteorological Department and all those things, so you need to know which under which ministries they will come. INCO is Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services. So all these things, so there's a little bit confusion. You should know and you should remember these things. These are potential areas for asking questions. Okay, this observatories. Okay, this observations in the North Pole, Indark, South Pole, Dakshin Gangotri. So which ministries they will the next Samudra Ratnakar. So these are all that is exploration of deep sea for various minerals and all those things. So all these which under we have to remember, actually we have to know, actually Ministry of Earth Sciences or Ministry of Environment or Geology. I mean Earth Sciences only, geology, oh, so something like that. So you need to differentiate actually which under which ministries they will come, Ministry of Earth Sciences or Ministry of Environment. So something like that. Okay, that is a homework for you. So here only 1 and 3 statements are correct. Second statement is wrong. Hence answer is C. Next question. It is about global consequence of antimicrobial resistance if left unchecked. So antimicrobial resistance, I think one is well aware of. So recently this has become a global health issue. So antimicrobial resistance, like the origin of superbugs, okay, the origin of superbugs, where even the microbacteria are resistant to even the most advanced antibiotic also. Okay, colistin resistance. So this colistin resistance also have seen in USA and all those things. So this antimicrobial resistance is posing a major threat to the health industry, and also it will have some huge economic impacts also, implications also. So it will cause huge economic loss to global GDP. That is true. Okay, because healthcare expenditure will shoot up. Next, it will cause millions of deaths annually. This is also true. Okay, so now let us see some information about this thing. So a report from the Interagency Coordination Group on Antimicrobial Resistance, with nearly 10 million people estimated to die annually from resistant infections by 2050. By 2050, nearly 1 crore people will be dying annually because of this antimicrobial resistance. Healthcare costs and the cost of food production will spike, while income inequality will widen. In the worst case scenario, the world will lose 3.8% of GDP. So as per this fact, the statement 1 is correct. While 24 million people will be pushed into extreme poverty. Okay, nations must acknowledge this eventuality. Okay, and act accordingly. So we have to see that this antimicrobial resistance managed, or this problem should be prevented, or should be faced, or should be curtailed. So that's why there is a concept called red line campaign. Red line campaign is about antibiotics only. So it is like on the strip of that antibiotic, a red line is indicating that, I mean, for a layman, for letting a layman to know that it is antibiotic. So it has to be given on prescription based, and also it should be used as per the recommendation of the doctor. Okay, so this red line campaign is also said the antimicrobial resistance. So we know that many diseases like tuberculosis, okay, malaria, even this staphylococcus, streptococcus, so E. coli. So many bacterium actually developed resistance to various antibiotics, right? So here in the given question, both statements are correct. Hence, the answer is option C.